Daybreak, Chapter 2. Goodbye.
She's awake.
Care shifted on her bed as the doctor's voice came from outside the door. Her mane pulled until she lifted her back to let it free. She looped the mane over her shoulder and smoothed out her bedsheets to make herself the least bit presentable. When the door opened, it revealed two princesses on the other side. She bowed her head with a quick nod.
Your Majesty, Your Highness.
Care cleared her throat.
I would bow, but no need for apologies, Captain.
Luna said. She walked to the far side of the room to give Twilight space to enter.
You are looking much better.
Care lifted her hoof, where a single intravenous cord was feeding her painkillers.
They took me off Ambrosia yesterday, once my muscles healed.
She touched the bandage on her forehead that sat just above her eye.
So, to what do I owe the visit?
Twilight levitated a scroll from her saddlebags. A pen followed it out.
Are you ready to talk about the attack, Care? It's fine if you aren't, but... well...
Luna extended a wing.
We must do it eventually, but only when you are ready. Would you tell us about the night at the opera?
Care rested against the pillow.
The guards outside told Caution what was going on, so he went out to help. A few minutes later, a Pegasus mare tore the curtain away and stabbed the princess with the guard's spear. She shouted,
Care squinted as she thought.
"Thus to all usurpers."
Twilight scribbled on the scroll. She looked to Luna.
Usurpers? Is she a tribalist? Or no, maybe a Pegasus purist? It does us no credit to jump to conclusions, Twilight.
Luna inclined her head.
Can you describe the mare? Yes.
Care said.
Pale blue coat, wispy white mane and tail, gray eyes.
Luna tilted her head. She was silent for a long moment.
Curious. Distinguishing features?
The tip of Care's tongue stuck out from between her lips.
There was a deep scar on her left cheek. The skin immediately around it was bald. It looked like it came from an untreated wound.
Luna pressed her hooves together and propped up her chin. She shook her head.
Nay. Too much of a coincidence.
Care pulled the blanket higher.
I'm sorry? Consulting with myself. Please forgive me.
Luna placed her wingtip on Twilight's shoulder.
Would you carry on? Of course.
Twilight said. She put pen to paper.
Can you describe the mare's cutie mark, Care?
Care's jaw clenched tight.
Yes.
She hissed.
It was a cloud pattern. Spiraling outward. Storm clouds, heavy with rain. There was a small hollow in the center.
Twilight dotted an eye.
That's odd. It's a hurricane.
Luna said. She drew up beside Care's bed.
Captain, think very hard. How did Celestia react to the appearance of this mare?
Care's eyes flicked from Luna to Twilight, but the younger princess just shrugged.
With surprise.
Care said.
So shocked that she couldn't move. She just said hurricane just before the mare stabbed her.
Twilight nearly dropped her pen.
What? Who could shock Celestia so badly that she wouldn't be able to react?
She stood up.
Luna? Are you alright? You look like you've seen...
Luna stared ahead with wide eyes. Her jaw was slacked, and her wings drooped.
It is alright, Twilight. It is a cliché, but it is apt.
She finished with a whisper.
I look as though I've seen a ghost.
Care sighed. She stared up at Luna with bitter intensity.
So did Celestia. Okay.
Twilight said. She combed a hoof through her mane.
Okay. But why? Whose ghost? Why?
Luna rubbed her eyes.
Why is because the mare with those colors, that scar, and that cutie mark has been dead for years. There is no conceivable way for her to exist in the here and now. Please.
Twilight walked around to the other side of the bed.
If something is inconceivable, then that just means that no pony's thought of it yet.
She unfurled the scroll and raised her feather pen.
Now then, who do you believe the mayor is? Commander Hurricane?
Twilight's eyes widened, and her pen did not move.
Commander Hurricane. Yes. The Commander Hurricane. Yes. The one Rainbow Dash played in the Hearth-Swarming Eve play? Yes, Twilight.
Luna took a deep breath.
Yes.
Twilight gritted her teeth.
You're right. That's impossible. I know.
Luna bowed her head.
But impossibility has a habit of laughing in my face. Okay.
Twilight said. Her eye twitched.
Let's just take a moment to pointlessly speculate on why one of the founders of Equestria would rise from the dead, murder royal guards, and try to put the princess on ice.
She grins with not an ounce of humor.
Captain, what are your thoughts on the matter?
Care shifted away from her.
I couldn't say. We value your input, Luna.
Twilight turned her false smile on the elder princess.
Care to address my growing concern for your mental state?
Luna scowled.
It is dwarfed by mine for yours. Get a hold of yourself. We have only begun. Only begun.
Twilight's wings flared out.
Only begun. 6 ponies are dead and 4 are hospitalized. One of them, Celestia. How much further are we going to have to go, Luna? We keep going until the assassin is defeated.
Luna stood tall. The room darkened as the shadows grew around her, cloaking her in blackness.
Do not take me for a fool, Twilight. I am aware of the prices ponies have already paid.
Care's throat went dry at the display. She turned to Twilight, who grimaced with unadulterated belligerence. After several heartbeats, the purple alicorn closed her eyes and bowed her head.
I'm sorry,
Twilight said.
I have nothing to be angry with you about.
The shadows faded.
We all have reasons to be angry, Twilight.
Luna said.
But most certainly, not at each other. Please, stay by my side. I need that magnificent brain of yours.
Twilight smirked.
Well, I think you're stuck with it.
Care tapped her hooves together.
May I ask something?
Luna and Twilight started in place. They turned to the unicorn that they'd both forgotten about.
Yes, you may, Captain.
Luna said.
Well, how could a mare from ancient history be in the here and now?
Care shrugged.
How is that possible? I'd like to ask the same thing.
Twilight said. Luna smiled.
Well, aren't you the mare who told me about the time you were visited by yourself from the future? But that...
Twilight floundered.
But that was a week! And you're talking hundreds of years.
Luna sucked in a long breath.
But stranger things I have seen. It's a place to start.
Luna said.
As long as the assassin isn't some insane history buff who has decided that she's the reincarnation of Commander Hurricane and wants to cleanse the world of impurity.
Luna flicked her ears forward.
I believe that you would do well to follow this small lead.
Twilight tapped a hoof on the floor.
Luna, what reasons would Hurricane have for attacking Celestia? What does she want? I do not know, Twilight.
Luna peered out of the small window in the hospital room, which overlooked Canterlot downtown.
She never seemed to dislike us, in all the time that we spent with her.
She closed her eyes.
It was she who taught us to fight.
Twilight wrote down a few notes.
Fine, I'll take what I know and look for clues. I know a few subject matter experts I could consult too. Thank you.
Luna hugged Twilight from the side.
I believe that matters of state shall be easier to handle, knowing that this mission is in your capable hands. I want in, too.
Care said. Both princesses looked at her in silence. Care pressed her case.
I want to help you with the mission. I'm Celestia's personal guard. I keep her safe. Right now, That means tracking down her attacker and stopping them before they come back to finish the job. Please, let me do this. At the very least, I can help apprehend the assassin. Apprehend,
Luna repeated.
and bring her to justice. Justice, absolutely.
Care gave her a firm nod.
May I help?
Luna stared into her eyes. When Care held her gaze, the princess lifted her head.
Well, if Twilight has no objections. No, I don't.
Twilight said.
I'm sure that you'll be a big help, Care. Thank you.
Care Carrot said.
I won't let you down.
After Twilight and Luna had left, she added under her breath.
Again.
Oh, seems like Care is raring to go back into action. Let's just hope that she doesn't, well, die on them. Anyway, I'd love to give a very special thank you to my very much alive donators. Top donator, Dash of Evergreen, Peter Coulthard, Dresden, Dospo, RuneScythe9852, Courier Cruci, Delta Omega, Ryan E. Dragonwolf, Dwight Cornell, Gaggy, Secret Moon, Tal Rasha, Starlight Glimmer, David D. Sanchez, Trey, Pokekiller Zach, Soul Dragon, Dak Britton, and Joe Piercy. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.